Life is a journey, not a destination. The journey is more important than the destination itself. I'm sure all of you have heard these journey destination quotations. However, the way we look at the journey and destination of a 2-hour film is not the same as for a roughly 4-hour, 7-episode web series. Both the journey and the destination better be enjoyable in the latter. With November Story, both the journey and the destination is a mixed bag of some solid highs and also a few why in the world did they do this kind of lows. Hello, I'm Kairam Vashi and this is about Indira Subramanian's November Story, available now on Disney Plus Hotstar. Anuradha, Anu, played by Tamanna, is a software developer come hacker and she's trying to sell off her father's big house, a hot property. Why? Because she needs big money to take care of her father Ganesan, India's best crime novelist, who is living through Alzheimer's. Parallelly, Anu works for Muller, who has won this tender to digitize all the paper FIRs registered with the Tamil Nadu police. That is where Anu gets to put her software skills to use. Now, she is the go-to lady there and she's all capable, but she's not regular for work because she's been meeting one house broker after another. Amidst all this, someone's trying to hack into the police database for a particular FIR and Ganesan, who's fast losing his memory, finds himself in the middle of a murder in the house Anu's trying to sell. Quite a solid start for a 7-episode series, right? It gets better when Kudandai Esu, a retired autopsy expert, enters the story. And with his initial analysis of the murder, all fingers and eyes are pointing towards Ganesan as the main perpetrator, prima facie. I just wanted to use it because only today I figured it was not prima facie but prima facie. Coming back to Anu, she needs to ensure this hacker is identified and kept at bay, that Muller doesn't lose his contract, and most importantly, that her father doesn't end up in jail or die sooner than he naturally would, and hence episode 1 is titled Save Him from Him. I know the last bit was unnecessary, but such exposition here and there is what you would have to tolerate in this series as well. As far as the story is concerned, I will stop there because anything that I say further would be a spoiler, and trust me, there are quite a few good plot points and twists that I don't want to spoil for you. The writing in the series is much like the body of the person who's murdered in that house. Although Limbs is 6 foot tall, well built, seems healthy, however, is killed by a small but rather critical injury and has some 47 holes on the back. There are some outstanding portions. For instance, the black and white, no talkie montages of Yesu's journey right from the time he's born until he's out of the medical college. It's filled with some great visuals, biblical and otherwise as well, background score, excellent casting and performances. Another example would be any of the autopsy portions that come later on as well, thanks to Vidhu Ayana's colors and lights. Mind you, this series is for 18 plus. The hallucination bit had a good payoff, and I also noticed a couple of interesting parallels. Mothers of 2 of the key characters die immediately after delivering them, and the bittersweet moment in the final episode between fathers and daughters. One father wants to liberate his daughter from him as his life in a way has been strangling her, while the other father does not want to let go of his daughter at any cost. He would rather strangle her himself if it came to that. I can understand why comedy was introduced in this series, and honestly, although slightly off at places, I didn't mind it. I quite enjoyed the group discussion slash investigation scene that happens in the police station. A few may feel it was illogical and unrealistic. Logic in this series has suffered, but that was not as much a problem for me as the narration of the story itself, which covers some 40-50 years with many flashback cuts. There's a lot of baggage, and as a viewer, I did feel the weight of my journey, nor was the route taken the shortest one. Only after I reached the destination and sat back on my rocking chair, looking at the wall in front of me at an angle and with my hands rubbing the beard on my chin, was I able to trace back the route. And once I did, I for sure could see that it could have been much simpler and shorter. Take the entire crime novelist or the book angle itself. But for a plot point, I wonder how the story would have changed if Ganesan was not a writer but was a bank employee or a provision store owner or whatever. All that he needs to be for the story is a father. Also, the Savitri, Neeta and the medical students bit was not convincing at all. Lots of things seem to happen because of convenience more than anything. And the acting itself, much like the writing in this series, was very inconsistent. GM Kumar's, to some extent Arul Das's, and the lead lady Tamanna's as well. Dubbing further failed her cause. I am tempted only a tiny bit to say the same about Pasupati's performance as well, but his presence more than compensated for it. Maina Nandini as the caretaker and Vivek Prasanna as Malar were effective in their roles. Keeping the shortcomings aside, I did not regret watching November Story. In fact, as a viewer, I felt quite encouraged that an almost gripping series came from the southern part of our country. Hopefully, a harbinger of sorts. Season 1 ends with an unsent letter musing about life and its purpose and says something like, hunting for a purpose in itself is life's purpose. It's quite an irony that such a message about life is addressed to a person dealing with dead bodies every day. But he does find the purpose when he becomes the reason for a birth. Ironically, again, that purpose ends his life because that is where he ended his hunt for purpose. Irony too is that a story with all major events in November is released in May. Irony as well is that BR gets to do the Tamanna interview and I only the review.